Right, so hello. It's the weekend, another weekend twofer. Now, I'm actually pretty excited to talk about this group because, well, I've talked about them before, and I was lucky enough to be able to catch them in their debut. And now, I'm really excited to talk about it because it's also the first time since I've started putting my K-pop views out there that this is the first time I'm going to be talking about a comeback to a group that I've started watching or started following, which is UNIS. Now, UNIS basically started at around March of this year, 2024. Um, they are an 8 member group composed of a mix of Koreans, Japanese, and Filipino members. It is technically the first Filipina K-pop members are from UNIS. As a back to summarize or to, no as a review to what UNIS is, it's well basically UNIS is a girl group formed by FNF Entertainment. Now, FNF Entertainment actually started out as a fashion house. I failed to mention that in my previous video when I discussed their debut mini album, which was We Are Unis. Now, this time they just had a comeback. This basically, well, I'm not sure if it really make it a comeback since their newest release is just a single, but then again, it's something new. So it's basically basically more of a comeback. Now, since they released their first mini album, We Are Unis, which featured 3 songs, basically Superwoman, which was their main song or carrier single. There's also Dopamine and What You Need. Now they have gone through since their debut. They've gone around different shows. They've gone around music shows. Like in Kigayo, they've gone to festivals. They've gone to university festivals, and they've even done an international tour in Japan and in Philippines. In the Philippines they went to 2 places, specifically in Cebu and in Manila. And aside from that, they had some. They actually had some. Well, personally, they've had some. They did one of the first collabs by or a cover. They did one of the first covers. No, they were actually one of the first Korean groups to cover Beanie. Yes, they did. They did the cover of Beanie's Pantropico, featuring Sewon, Jelly, and Alicia. And just recently, they did another cover of Cherry on Top. And it's funny because honestly, I also stand Unis, but since they're pretty new, even the company's new, they've been under the radar, especially since they're not part of the K-pop drama. Unlike the other group that I stand, which is Islet. Now, the thing with Unis, if by the way, to also review, Unis is an 8 member group. They have Honseo, who's their oldest member and their leader, and by the way, she's the only adult in the group. There's Nana, who's Japanese. There's also Kotoko, who's Japanese. Then there's Jaylee and Alicia, who are Filipina. Then there's Yunha, and Sewon, who's Korean. Hyuncho, by the way, is half Korean and half Filipina, but I think she's more Korean since even in her interview, she's not as the Filipino culture is pretty new for her. Now, Sewon is their maknae or their youngest. I think she's already gone. I think she's already now 14, or she's still 13. But if I'm not mistaken, she might already been 14 already. Who's the youngest? Uh, but nevertheless, despite being the maknae, she is. I guess she has the best vocals of all of them. Now, we did mention about Superwoman and Dopamine, wherein I would say it's pretty safe. It's a great entry. It's a great entry to K-pop. It is not as the impact is it's not as big, or the splash isn't as big as, let's say, Baby Monster, or even Islet for that matter. Since the songs are, it's catchy. It's catchy enough, but it's not something that's going to be very unique. Well, it is unique in a way, but it is not as catchy as these other new groups. But then again, it's solid. UNIS, through the songs and through their performances, have shown that they can hang with the big groups. And they've also done live singing, and it shows that their vocals are very stable, and it has shown that they're doing well. And this recent comeback, they've just a few days ago, I think if I'm not mistaken, they released their new single last 6th of August, and that new single is called Curious. Now it's just a single, it's just one song at the moment, but it has shown, I would say, it has been a big development since their first mini album. Now, Curious has also released a video as well. Now, you can see the difference from this video to their previous two videos, which, in terms of which shows that I think they've already got some additional budget. You can see the style of the video. It's actually it's more of different skits or different clips of the different members trying to break away from something, or trying to look at something. You can see immediately from the set design and also from the props, that even the quality of the video itself, you've seen that it's a step up, which is perfect since the song itself is a big step up. I'm not saying that the previous three songs in the mini album aren't that good. It's actually solid. But this really shows that they have improved. First off, the song in itself is very experimental. Just like the title of the song, being curious, being curious to see what they can do. And this has a heavy rock style of the song. You can really hear the guitars, heavy guitars. It's also a more forceful song in the sense that it doesn't glide. I find that the Dopamine, Superwoman, they're very smooth songs. Smooth in the sense that the tone, it's basically smooth. It doesn't have high changes in pitch or but this one's very different. It's like really showing how far they can push themselves. Those high notes, they have those high notes mixed with the synth. So as they put the high notes, they add some synth to it. It adds a little bit more power to the songs. At the same time, it is actually a song that it's like pushing them for, it's trying to see how far they go, how curious they are in trying to redefine themselves. And the good thing with comebacks actually is that you can actually see the development of the members. Now, when they started, they were all line distribution is still a bit, I would say, a bit equal. But this time I'm actually pretty happy with Curious, because especially for Dopamine, they've added a lot more lines for Geely. Okay. I felt that in the mini album, her lines aren't that, it's very small. Alicia's fine, they did, but this song, Alicia had her lines. Jelly had a lot more lines in this song, and I'm very happy for that. Of course, it's being a Filipino, I'd love to have them stand out more. And as usual, Hyunjo and Seo did the singing, but you can see how they were able to develop. You can even see in the video the added confidence that they've had in themselves, and that's very happy. Especially since we're talking about a group of seven minors and one adult, which is Seoncio, and you can really see how the training, how the live performances that they've been going to has really shaped them. You can see a lot of confidence in their moves. I in terms of looks, Nana going all black hair suits her better than when she was blonde in the first mini album. Jelly with the blondish hair actually suits her. I always thought that with her pink hair, she already stands out. I think I would have to say this is better. Not much change for Alicia. Yeah, not much change for Alicia and Hyunjo. Even for Seowon, not much change. But you can see Seowon's more confident. And the one I'm very happy with, well, Kotoko still had her short hair. Oh, by the way, I do hope Kotoko gets to rest more and also gets better, because in her their last live event, she literally collapsed. So I hope that she gets better. I love the look of Yuna and Yunha, because in their previous videos, they're very plain. I found that they're a bit plain. Now you can see more styling on their part. So I'm very happy with that. But the one that I'm really that I found really striking was Nana. Getting her back to her natural black hair has actually elevated her a lot more. She's the tallest. She's also and I guess that simplicity in her style made her stand out more for me. Um, Jelly being, you can really see the beauty queen background in her, in the way she projects. Everybody who watched her always finds her captivating. She knew how to project, she knew how to move, and this time she can now sing more. She was given more lines, and that's gonna be that's a very, very welcome development. And I'm very happy with this comeback of theirs, since it has shown a lot of improvement. Well, I wouldn't say that they were bad in their first mini album, but they have pushed the boundaries to one step up, and that's going to help them really see more of themselves. And I'll be linking the music video in the description for you guys to see. The music in itself, the message is there. It's to try to broaden yourself and see how far you can go. And I think that's something that's very, very useful, and that's especially for girls their age, and for people of all ages, may not matter. And I'm also very excited because it's the first time I'm talking about a comeback. So ever since I started putting things in video, and as much as I would want it to be Islet, but hey, I'm sure they're working on something. And also to add, UNIS, Islet, and Mix, Kiss of Life, they recently joined the Idol Sports Athletic Championship, where they did events. For UNIS, they did the relay. Nana did dance sport, which is wow. I was pretty amazed. She did very well. And I'm looking forward to more music for UNIS. Honestly, I guess they didn't have that much drama, which is very good, which is fine. They were able to develop at their own pace, and they were even able to release a comeback earlier than most teams and most groups, I mean. So this is a great comeback. I'm very excited for more things, and personally, I'm actually happy that I was able to talk about the comeback, and I'm still here. And for the people who watch me, well, thank you thank you for watching what I talk about, and thank you for those who commented. And well, I'm expecting a lot more from UNIS, and I'm always gonna be curious with what they're gonna do.